Hey, what's up guys? Sandy Raw back. Today, we're checking out Kuzan once again. Very fun leader. Disclaimer, warning, caution. If you hear a cat in the background, shh, he gets enough attention. Anyway, I have 3 games lined up here. First, we're going to start off with Red Green Smoka. I will say this is a kind of a short game, kind of ends early to mid game. Our opponent does leave, but it is what it is. I needed another saucy leader to play against, which brings us to Carrot. Carrot has some new support, pretty strong. Kind of wanted to see what they were all about, so we lined one up. But last, certainly not least, we have Red Yellow Bonnie. This leader goes crazy. 7,000 power leader, 9,000 power leader. Ooh, Bonnie gets crazy at those when she gets down to 2 life. Man, the things a child can do. You hear me? Anyways, let's go ahead and check out the deck list real quick. So, nothing too special compared to the last time, other than we threw in the new Hinas, the Ishos, what is this, Isuka, and Ice Time. You know, get frosty. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into the first game. Not really gonna dive into what the deck does. Pretty much, search, attack their hand, and then drop the big boys. That's all we're doing. So let's pull up the first game here. Alright, so here we go against the Smoker. Let's see what happens here. We're gonna go ahead and we're going first, so we're gonna start off with the Tashigi search, drawing the Sengoku. So that looks like that's gonna be our next play here. Keep fixing our hand to get something good to combo with the Garp we have. So we're just gonna swing for 5. Get rid of the Borsellino, but hey, we have another one plus the Ishio, which we can beautifully combo with the Garp now that our opponent has a bigger hand size. And that's free attack into their searcher with one of our searchers. 7 and 5, we're gonna take this. We can definitely save the gravity blade. They do of course run the Tashigi prevention clause of 1998. 5 and 5. So our hand is Kuzan, always gonna generate value from our passive effect. So now we're forcing our opponent to bottom deck 2 cards here. Plus we had to trash 2, and then we're gonna draw 2. So here are those that we're drawing. That's that Hina. Can return a 6,000 power character to hand. I think that's base as well. So this is where they leave. My assumption here is they just knew it was over, or the other one, they played this out. This can't really make out what that is. Haven't seen this card, not up to date. But the Isho here with Dawn times 1, we can minus 2,000 power to a character. So this character here can't be removed by effects. Well, it can, but it has prevention built in. But this can minus 2,000, so that becomes a 5. But if not, then maybe I'm just full of myself and they saw that it was over, or they just play they didn't like. It is what it is. It happens. That's why I put this game first. It was quite short, but we'll move on to the next one. Carrot, of course. Let's get to it. What you got, Carrot? Excuse me. Alright, do we get to go first? Is that what happened? Alright, perfect. Go ahead and play that Tashigi. Grab us the Hina. So it looks like we're going to try to bounce cards back to their hand. And then we do have the Sengoku followed up, so we can go 5. Alright, they take it. Play out the Sengoku. Trash 1. We're going to draw 2 and then draw another from our passive effect. And pass the turn. Alright, Carrot is setting up. Trying to protect from effects here. Is that from any effects or just KOs? I think it's everything. Anyways, we're gonna get rid of that card. We'll get rid of the Tashigi. Alright. Kinda want the Isho, but they don't have 6 cards in hand. I believe that's how many they need for us to get the get him a bottom deck too. But we play out the Borsellino here, establish a blocker, which pretty much, since we're up against a Carrot, should be treated as an attacker. They try to KO it with the 6 cost Carrot there, but we got protection built in. Watch out. And we got to draw a card from it because we have to trash one. Passive effect, baby. What are we trying to do here? Get rid of the Tashigi, maybe? That's the only thing I can see. Oh, we're gonna get rid of the Tashigi, yep. That Isuka, I believe. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. So they rest down on my Tashigi. Oh no, what is happening? Let's go ahead and pause real quick. Excuse me, everybody. I thought that the thing that appeared on the screen was on my actual screen, but that happened when I was recording this game. Look at that, I got all panicky over that. Somebody tried to infiltrate. Anyways, it was dealt with. 7 and a 5, no thank you. See, they're starting to freeze my board here. My blocker, my Tashigi. Can't allow it. We have to maintain control of the board here and keep eating at their hand, really. Life in hand, and then once anything goes sideways, go into that. Alright, we're like piranhas. If it's sideways, it's in the water, and we're in there. That was terrible. Anyways, are we trying to establish the Garp here? The only thing we can play out is maybe the Hina with it. So it'll be trashing 2, drawing 2. Alright, so we get rid of the Carrot. I think we still play out the Hina. Or we're gonna freeze him. Okay, that's good too. Or it works too. Better than giving it back. Because I think I can just play it out again and freeze our characters. That is a 6 cost blocker though. Doesn't really work well with Carrot's effects or any other characters. See they replayed it? It's not gonna work. Excuse me. Alright, they rest down my Tashigi again. 7 and a 5. Are we good to take it here? No, we're gonna block or counter out. Alright, 3 life. I mean, do we have lethal here? I mean, we could also freeze them. We have the ice time. Alright, so we've separated, or we maybe using the gravity blade. Raging Tiger. Alright, 9. Load up on the Tashigi. No, gravity blade, okay. So although we don't have any protection, they only have one attack really. Okay. Play out the Lon Beppo. Okay, so looks like they left, unfortunately. But it was over. They didn't have anything that could play to protect themselves, it looks like. Let's keep looking. Do we have over everything? Yeah, so we had nothing but time. Nothing but time. Next up, a juicy game, if I don't say so myself. Red, yellow, Bonnie. Let's go ahead and start this thing. Alright, they have 4 life. I got my 5. I do my search. Let's grab a 2K. Because we still have some searching to do here. We have some events. Get rid of some things. I think Red Yellow Bonnie is tough. You know, it's hard to get around her, especially when she gets low in life. It's not a good time. But we do what we gotta do. We do what we can do. I got a very loud chair. Jeez. Alright, so we go ahead and play out the Sengoku, of course. 5 and a 5, we take it. It's a free card. Sanji, they do their search. Got plenty of cards in hand, nothing to play out really. We can attack their hand with the Iso, man. Alright, and we triggered another Sanji. Alright, so we'll just attack their hand here, like I said. Alright, waiting for them to bottom deck those 2 cards, and they're going to get 2 cards back. Need my change. Okay. Go ahead and pass the turn. We have solid 2K counters. Alright, we have things to play out, so get rid of these cards that we don't need anymore. 2Ks are good. Some are the 1K counter is good utility, but sometimes it's better just as a counter. So we'll go 7 and a 5 because we're going to play around this because we're definitely going to bottom deck that Nami. But we want to see how many cards we can get out of their hand first. Alright. Excuse me. There we go. Gravity Blade. And we go ahead and pass the turn. They're down to 2 life. Which really doesn't mean anything against this leader. Okay. Ben Beckman. Alright, so we can attack their hand again, but this time we can cheat out the Iso with the Garp. Yep. I mean, we could have done the Sakazuki, but we want to attack that hand. Alright. Doesn't matter about the body at this point. Plus, we have a minus 2,000 power built in with that Iso. So 7 into R5. And they play out the Monkey D. Luffy. All right. So that's a 10,000 or 12,000 power blocker. We have a way to freeze. We have ice time, so they can't attack us on the next turn, just to buy us some time. But that can only target at 10,000 power, so we can attach one to the Iso, minus 2 to the Luffy, and then attack the Beckman, even though we're going to freeze it just to attack the hand. That's the strategy right now, a way to attack the hand. Kind of make it look like we're going for the board. But we're just trying to freeze it. This is just some extra we're doing. Plus it's a very high leader. If you haven't noticed, it's 9,000. I feel like I'm getting a little loud. Put 12 into 7. Alright, let it go. And so now we'll freeze these 2. So now we got away from two other attacks technically. they wanted to invest. Okay, and they play out the Zoro. It has character rush. Ooh. That leader just keeps getting stronger and stronger. So 10 into 7. So we can save one of these. And they're already attacking the Garp, so we might as well let it go. And then they're just going to go ahead and attack the Isho. Yeah, because Garp's always going to be the target, even though they're the same amount. But Isho has the better effect in the long run. Alright, so it looks like we can do a search here. If that's the way we want to go. Or we can try going for lethal here. Sneak lethal. They have 2 cards. Even though they're 9,000 power, we're going to go 11. Trash, just so we can cycle in case we need more counter. Alright. Another 11. Is that what we're going to do? We're counting 3 cards. They could get out of it. They could. They could, but they didn't. Good game to my opponent. That was a great one. Had me at the edge of my seat. Jewelry Bonnie, watch out. This is a great leader here. But we can sneak wins with Kuzan, you know. We're as cool as ice. Alright? We're willing to sacrifice. What that is, who knows? Our sanity. Kuzan is a relatively cheap deck to build as well, so if you're new to the game and you want to put together a quick deck that'll help you learn the game, this is very strong deck. You know, it takes some piloting as to know what you want to draw into, but as far as having a deck that can go from 0 to hero, watch out, here I come, choo choo, the train is here. Anyways, it's a good deck. And where would we be without these decks that support us and all this support? Speaking of support, you guys like that segue? Was it very noticeable? I think it was. Anyways, Dubby. Energy. From a tub to your belly, to your brain and your muscles, so that you can continue doing whatever it is you're doing. Check it out if you have time. If you don't, that's okay. Use my code, stay rad. 10% off at Dubby.gg. Well, those were our leaders. It was a great time. But now we have to say goodbye. If you're new here, well, you're also the only one here. I'll see y'all on the next one. Not sure what we'll do exactly, but hey, Nico Robin also has a lot of good support, but maybe we'll try to keep up with the meta and see what's coming in around the corner. OP 15, 16. Like, subscribe, comment. Do what you gotta do. See y'all on the next one. Doses.